Well, hello, my friends. Welcome again to Endless Lights, where it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And again, let me say, you're worthy, you're blessed, and you are a creator. That's right. You're worthy, you're blessed, and you are a creator. And again, let me say, if today is the day that is your special day that you came upon the planet, let me say happy birthday to you. Let me say it again, happy birthday to you. If this is the day that you came upon the planet, let me say happy birthday to you. Thank you, my friend. Again, welcome to Image Lights, where we have fantastic topics, where we have these topics that we love to discuss, and we think that you can get something out of them. Uh, we like to base our discussions on biblical principles and biblical scriptures and so forth. So, therefore, we have another fantastic topic today, and that, my friend, is compassion. That's right, compassion. That's what we're going to be talking about today, is compassion. And of course, that's going to come out of the gospel according to Luke, the 10th chapter, 33rd verse down to 37. Luke 10, 33 down to 37. It deals with the Good Samaritan. It deals with the Good Samaritan. It's a very interesting story because it tells of an individual that's on his way from Jerusalem down to Jericho, and he ends up being beaten and robbed of his possessions and left for dead, really. But it goes on to say that two religious figures came by. The first was a priest, and he saw the man, but he looked and went on the other side. And the next was a Levite. He saw him also, and he kept on going. Now, the thing that's so intriguing about the story is the fact that the man that was beaten up was just laying there helpless and everything, and a Samaritan came by. So it's obvious that the man was a Jew, and a Samaritan came by. And Samaritans and Jews didn't get along too good. Okay, so what happens is that this particular individual goes there, and he sees him, and Samaritan stops to help him. That's right. He helps him, and he takes him in and gets some help for him. And he says, whatever his bill is, give it to me, and I'll pay it when I come by. But the Samaritan stopped to help him. Now, the thing that's so intriguing about this is that compassion is on the scene here. Compassion doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care what you are. It will help you. See? So compassion comes out of love. And so the Samaritans stopped to help him. We've seen incidents where people would not help people because of their ethnic backgrounds. Yes, they would not. Oh, that's old blank over there. So we hope he died, because the hatred is so deep within them, and so they would not help them. And so now, but here we see this Samaritan guy that comes along. Now, the two religious figures that came along, they did not help him. Why? Because religious people can be very judgmental at times. Some, not all, some. So I say that to cover myself. So I won't be just putting everybody in the same basket. Okay, there are some very nice religious people, and then there are some that are some judgmental, dogmatic people that will cut your head off if they could. So we have these two individuals, and these are representative of how we are in everyday life. We will not help people. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. I find it very interesting because now the age that we've entered into is very interesting because now everybody will see a person being beaten and need help, and they have their phones out, recording it. Nobody would go there to help the person. That's the type of society that we have evolved into, shall we say. But anyway, this Samaritan stops to help the man. That's very interesting, isn't it? Because he gives him a hand. Jesus asked his disciples, he says, now, who was the man's neighbor? And he said, the one that showed mercy, the one that helped him. He said, and you go in likewise. In other words, he's saying some words. You and I have to be kind to everybody. If people need help, you are to be kind, not to put blame on and say that they're not good enough, all that. No, you're to help them. Well, they might have tattoos on. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference if they're transgender, homosexual. It doesn't make any difference who they are. It doesn't make any difference what their nationality is. You and I, as individuals, are to help them. That's what he says. Be kind, show kindness. See, kindness doesn't have any hang-ups. Kindness doesn't have any limitation, doesn't have any barriers. See, compassion is there for everybody. You need some help, compassion is there to help you. It doesn't judge you, it doesn't put you down. It is there to help. And that's what this man did. He showed compassion. He helped this particular person. That's very interesting, isn't it? You and I have the ability to show compassion. Now, the question is, do we do that? See, it's very interesting because love will not force its way into your heart. No, it wasn't. It will not. Love will not force its way into your heart. Jesus said, "Behold, I stand at the door and not, oh, I'm not going to force my way in there." Now, hatred and bigotry and pride, they'll knock the door down. They don't care anything about you. That's the kind of that you got two different situations here. One could care less about you. One loves you. And so love would come in when it's invited in. So you have to invite love into your heart, my friend. It's not going to just jump up and come in there. You have to invite it in. That's what Scripture says, "Whosoever will, let him come." Invite it. See, there's a difference. It is obvious that this particular Samaritan had compassion in his heart, or else he would not have stopped. He would not have stopped. Why? Because he had compassion in his heart. It's very interesting that you and I, as individuals, must at all times understand that we have to work on ourselves. Nobody else but you. You have to work on you. That's what we have to work on. We have to work on anybody else. We have to work on ourselves. How compassionate are we? Am I a compassionate person? In certain areas you're not. So those areas that you're not compassionate, you need to work on those areas. See, it's not an automatic thing. And sometimes we think that it's automatic, but it's not. It's not automatic, my friend. You have to work at that. You have to be work at being kind to people. You have to work at showing compassion and all that. It's just not automatic until you get it down, until you get it down. And there's always room for what? Improvement. So you and I as individuals must learn how to what? Walk in compassion. Why? Because it is what we were commanded to do. We're commanded to be kind to people, not to be resistant and ugly and talking about them and putting them down. You're commanded to be kind if you're going to be a true disciple of Christ. Okay? So now there is a difference in that. Unless you decide that you're going to walk in kindness, unless you decide that you're going to be kind, no matter what anybody does to you, you're going to be kind. This comes out of love. Love doesn't fear anybody. It doesn't hurt anybody. Notice that the Good Samaritan doesn't stop and say, "I wonder if anybody over there, they might come out and hurt me. I better keep on going." No, he did not. See, love, there is no fear in love. Love doesn't have any fear in it, my friend. Whatever you have, if love is there, love could fear. There's no fear in love. There's no fear in love. And so when you understand this particular principle, when you understand this, you won't have any fear. He could have been worried. There's no worries in love. There are no worries in love. Love's not worried about what they're going to say or how it's going to happen. There's no worries in love. See, love just is. And here again, when you walk in love, you are there, man. You're walking in something. There's no fear in love. There's no worry. There's no lack in love. Love has no lack. What are you lacking of? Notice that man said, whatever his bill is, give it to me and I'll pay it. Does it look like he was worried about it? Well, I might not have enough money to pay for it. No, there is no lack in love. See, love is love. Fear not. For I'm with you. Be not dismayed. I'm your God. I will strengthen you. Yeah, I will help you. I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. God is good. God never ceases to love you. Oh, I know he's mad at me. No, God doesn't get mad. How in the world God gonna be mad at you? If God mad at you, my friend, guess what? Who's gonna stop it? Who's gonna stop it? See, stop and think. Just use some common sense for a little bit, my friend. Kindness will open doors for you. Ugliness will close them, okay? So keep your mind on him. The scripture says he would keep him in perfect peace, whose what? Mind is stayed on him. Well, I'm worried about all the things that are happening right now. No, you don't have to worry about things that are happening right now. Engulf yourself in love. Drown yourself in love. I guarantee you will become immune to all of the negativity that's being presented right now through media and everywhere else. Okay, let's stop and think for a minute how grateful we are that we have the ability to show kindness in a place where there is no kindness. Love has no fear in it. So when you have the ability to show love, you are somebody, my friend. Don't let anybody tell you, "Oh, I'm just over it." No. You can't enter into love holding on to your unworthiness, okay? You cannot do that. You cannot enter into love. Love doesn't hold anything against you. Love loves you just as you are. Doesn't put any stipulations on you. And loves you just as you are. Yeah, but I'm too short, I'm too tall, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too that. No, love doesn't see that. Love sees you. Love loves you. So show compassion, my friend, because when you show compassion, you show love. So if there's an individual that needs help and you help them, don't go about and talk about it. Say, "Oh, I helped old John. He's about to go out. He's about to go down for the third time. And I helped him up. I gave him some money and got him back on his feet and everything." Oh, you don't do that. Love would never say anything like that about anybody. It wouldn't do you like that. Love would always help you, would be kind, and treat you right, but it will never bring up, "Well, I did this for you." That's not love, my friend. friend, that's coming out of the ego. Be careful when you get up into the ego, because ego wants to devalue who you are. But when you walk in love, you walk in ultimate kindness. You're kind to those whose presence you come into, and they'll see the smile upon your face. They'll see the joy in your heart. They will understand that you are somebody. Why? Because you walk in love. There's a feel, there's an eminent light that comes across your countenance when people see you operating in love. They say, I don't know what it is about you, but there's something about you. I want to get some of that. It's called love. Invite love into your heart. It will be there. I assure you. He says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man will ask knock, I will come in and something. See, you have to ask, you have to invite love in. If you don't invite love in, it's not going to come. It doesn't force its way in. You have to invite love in. So from now on, you and I as individuals must have the ability to understand who we are. We are somebody, and we are to display love at all times, not sometimes, at all times. Be kind. I know you have to work at that. Don't feel upset about it. Work at being kind to people until you get it down. Keep on working. Keep on being kind. Keep on treating people right. Look beyond their faults and fears and show them compassion. Until next time, may the good Lord bless you, and may your friends, whenever they hear your name, smile because of your compassion and your love. Until next time, you be blessed, my friend.